Hi, I'm Shanice.
And I'm Asia.
And this is
The Rehearsal Period, where we take you from warm up to spotlight.
Your behind the scenes pass to growth, grit, and glow up.
So, girl, the recap, the
review. I feel like I typically kick things off with the review/recap. So why don't you go first?
Okay, the review. So what have I been up to?
Let us know.
We had our first competition this weekend. 8 down. Absolutely loved it. It was so tiring, so exhausting, but
I can only
so
imagine.
rewarding. I just felt really, really good this weekend. I think because the group of people that I have are just A1.
Aww.
Like my teachers, my students, my parents, like it just was a really good environment,
right?
Which I had been missing like some previous seasons. So it felt amazing. Like everyone's just helping each other. Everyone was just in a good mood. Like, and I miss competition so much, and it's always inspiring. So that's kind of what I've been up to.
Anything else? Or we can move on.
We're moving on.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Up to
separate episode.
My review/recap. Wow. I feel like sometimes people are like, "Oh my God, I've been so busy," and it's like, "Girl, you haven't really been that busy." Yeah. So I don't want to necessarily say that. I just feel like the things I've been doing.
No, you have been really busy. I'm not gonna lie. Every morning I wake up. I'm sorry, this is a bad habit, but I check my friends' locations. Every morning you are at work or you're teaching, and it's like 7 a.m.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, why is she at work this early?
That is me. That is correct.
You've been busy.
So it's like the things I've been doing have been like really consuming my time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I went to see my primary care physician.
Nice.
This is not about to get dark. Like, it's okay, guys. But I, got my blood work checked, did some other different tests, all that kind of stuff. And bitch, not me being vitamin D deficient.
I mean, I feel like a lot of Black people are.
Yeah.
That's just a little pill.
I am anemic, so but my iron levels were very much normal and regulated.
Yeah.
But she was asking me, she was like, "Have you been exhausted?" I was like, "Well, like, what does exhaustion look like when you're us?"
You're just like on the go.
On the go. And so when I got those results back, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So she prescribed me a very, very high vitamin D pill that I only take weekly, like one a week.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Snap. Yeah, I was like, this must be really intense.
Yeah.
So looking forward to getting my D levels back up. How old are we?
I wasn't going to say anything.
How old are we?
I was going to let it go. Why did you say it like that?
I don't know. Like, I just like... that's why I was like, I'm surprised you didn't say anything or giggle when I was like, yeah, I'm vitamin D deficient.
It's okay. I let that one go, but 2 times in a row is not.
It's okay. It's okay.
Playing.
Speaking of how old are we, today's episode is about
things that we did not expect in our 30s.
It can be anything. I'm gonna start it off, kick things off with the little health and wellness feel and spiel of everything. Turning 30, I really underestimated just how much alcohol could stick to that stomach. You mean like physically? Physically, I was not expecting that because that really wasn't my lifestyle in my 20s. Like metabolism, metabolism is still fairly quick and fast, but like post turning 30, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't need to be drinking like that.
Yeah,
like, or if I do, I need to work out 7 days a week because baby, that it will stick.
It will stick. And people don't realize, like,
you don't
that
realize
little
until
pudge. That little tequila pudge.
Yeah, that little tequila pudge. You don't realize it because I know like people had the freshman 15, all that kind of stuff that really wasn't us.
Yeah.
So when you turn 30, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I think just staying in the realm of just like health and like you getting checked out, I think it's so important because there's so many things that lead to other issues that you don't know about that could be easily solved with a little blood test.
A blood
test. I feel like in general, like Black people, we're not really made to get physicals every year to like, I mean, of course, like the OB/GYN.
Wait, what do you mean by like we're not made to get physicals?
No, not made. Like we don't really, I feel like it's not really pushed. Physicals. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not really pushed.
Yes.
Whereas like, I feel like in the Black community in general, they're like, you go to the doctor when you're sick. You don't go for like your checkups other than like the OB. I feel like that's pretty standard, but like
not for everybody though. You'd be surprised.
True.
You would be surprised.
But even like getting your blood levels checked, like that's such a simple blood test that should be a routine that people aren't doing. And you might have people out here exhausted or people who are like feeling off and they don't know that it could be something as simple as a prescription. So that's something I've learned too in my 30s.
Yeah, preventative care in the Black community is unfortunately like non-existent sometimes. So in your 30s, and if you're about to turn 30, if you're in your late 20s, even if you're already in your 30s, like take advantage of that preventative care, because you know you'd hate to like to have your first mammogram at age 45 or something like that, or like really get your levels checked at year 33. Well, girl, like maybe you got something wrong with you, or maybe you don't. You never know. Peace of mind. What else have you learned since turning 30?
I would say something that I learned since turning 30 is friends, quality versus quantity. Yeah. And even me, like I'm planning like a little get together in a couple weeks.
Oh, I didn't get an invite.
They haven't been sent out.
Oh,
but you're literally on the list. But even when I was doing it, I was like, oh, there's not a lot of people. It's very intimate. It's going to be very intimate.
It should be.
I was like, there's not a lot of people on this list. But then I'm like, but the people who are on the list, top tier A1.
Top tier A1.
My friends, I've always said, like, I brag on my friends all the time because I do have really, really great friends, a really great support system. But I was like, it's not that extensive. Like, I was like, okay, we're under 20 here, so we're fine. But yeah, that's what I would say, because I think growing up, especially doing dance, especially being on a team, like you just have this huge community of people around you. We're
conditioned to consider all of those people as our friends.
Friends, yeah. And then it was just like, even me making this list, like it's a stretch. But I don't feel any less loved or supported. Like, I feel so supported from everybody around me.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, like, just having those quality friendships over having a ton of just associates or, like, friends that you can't really count on.
So with one, I echo your sentiments wholeheartedly. And also, like, when you turn 30, like, your definition of a friend kind of expands and is a bit different. Like college friendships, it was very like sometimes one-dimensional, and like, you know, you look at all the life you've lived in your 20s and you're like, that's what I want as a friend, or that's what I don't want as a friend. With that, and how, like you said, this party that you're planning is going to be a little bit more intimate, I just thought of this question. But let's say you got married again, like, what would that guest list look like?
No, I'm just kidding. Girl, first of all, if I get married again, I'm definitely not having a big wedding. I'm sorry, that was stressful and expensive. If I don't elope, y'all better hope I don't elope. But if I don't elope, I'm gonna pull the weddings in this country. If you can make it, you can make it.
Oh,
if you can't, you can't. Yeah.
Why?
Because well, one reason I kind of would feel bad because I already feel like I invited everybody. Everyone already gave me a gift. Still using some of those gifts, by the way. Thank you.
You mean as in like the 2021 wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I already did all that. I feel kind of bad like inviting people again for a second wedding. So it would have to be the people super close to me. And of course, like I have people who want to celebrate, but like celebrate with just being supportive. Yeah. But yeah, it would definitely be, we're going to be in this country. It's at this resort. Like, if you can pull up, you can pull up. If you can't, you can't.
I had a toxic thought, and somebody was like, oh, don't sell yourself short. Oh, da-da-da. But, like, I don't know. I think I've just grown past the need to even have a wedding being in my 30s. Like, I've never been married before. Would love to be married one day. But in my head, I'm like, girl, like, you know, what you look like being 33 years old, having this big old little wedding.
At your big age. No, I will stop you there. I will say the one thing, not the one thing, because it was cool, but I think there's no better feeling than like having the wedding, the reception, and you literally have everybody around you from all walks of life just there celebrating you and supporting you and turning up. I was like, there's no other feeling than that. So I still think you should do it. I promise. But as for me, like, I just feel like I've done it. But I think if you haven't done it, it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are.
I mean, I'm not against an engagement party. Obviously, I would want a bridal shower, all this stuff. But again, like, y'all might just be scrolling on Instagram and see me at the courthouse in a little white House of CB dress and just double tap and give me congratulations and we move on.
Girl! Oh my God. We're going to see.
We're going to see.
I don't know if your dad is going for that.
I know the two of them, like, really want that moment. But
yeah.
Hey, maybe they can, like, AI generate it for themselves. And another thing
Golly.
I realized with turning 30, being in my 30s, I would say I'm like positively, and maybe it can be a little bit more of a, negative outlook, but I think I'm more sensitive than I thought I was. I think I'm more sensitive.
Wait, why do you say that though?
I'm just like certain things, like I look at like how I treat others in all walks of life, whether it's work, extracurricular activities, friendships, dating, and I'm just like, when I feel slighted, like now in my 30s, like I really feel slighted.
Really?
As opposed to in my 20s, like I was more so of like, oh, okay.
Forget them.
Yeah. Maybe not even necessarily forget them. I'm like, oh, man, we can work this out. But now I'm just like, cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it.
No, I can relate to that for sure. Like, I don't think I developed emotions until after college. When I was like in high school and college, my friends used to literally talk about me because I never cried. I never was emotional. I was like straight to the point. Like, but now, like, I'm not a crybaby for sure still. But I do have those moments where I'm very emotional. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, what's going on? Like, one of those, like, I'm having a bad day. I don't know why.
Literally.
Like, that happens a lot. And I mean, I don't think I feel as sensitive towards people, like, doing things to me on the inside. I think because I have developed, like, such a strong circle.
Okay.
But definitely people on the outside, like, it still irritates me to my core when people try me or when people are rude. Like, I cannot stand that. And yeah, you're right. Before, I was just like, okay, whatever.
I mean, like, I was crying this past Sunday over a Super Bowl commercial. Like,
wait, which one? The Lay's one?
No, not the Lay's one.
Cute.
It was the one, it was like a black boy and a teenage black boy, then a younger black boy, and they were brothers. And the older black boy was just always like, oh, little boy, little boy, little boy. And he was like, I'm not a little boy, I'm not a little boy. And then he went to Universal, and, like, he was able to ride the rides. And the older brother was no longer like little boy. He was like, okay, brother, like something like that. I was just like,
that's real.
Gosh, it was emotional.
That's real sensitive. I don't know if I'm that sensitive, but
I cry over, like, I'll maybe watch like America's Got Talent videos and some act gets the golden buzzer and they just start crying. They're so happy and everybody's so happy for them, and I start bawling, and my dog be looking at me crazy.
Yeah, Benny's like, what the heck is happening?
But he also does try to console me, so that's very nice.
Wait, that just reminded me of such a sweet moment. Can I just, like, interrupt for a second?
Of course. What you got?
This weekend, one of my soloists, she got, like, a Judge's Choice Award, and they were talking about, like, how much emotion she had, and she's young. She's, like, 8.
Wow.
And she literally was crying on stage when they gave it to her. I was like, oh my God. She's so happy. Like, happy tears. So at least she's in touch with her emotions.
Yes, I hope she never loses that.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I understand, like, you having that emotion, those emotions now. And it might be like a hormones thing.
Yeah.
Since we're older.
That is.
Oh.
That is actually, well, no, I was just about to say that's something I also just thought of, like, again, nobody warned me that my body is, like, literally ready to have a kid. Like, not to get too deep, not to get too TMI.
I'm gonna pray on it.
I feel everything. I feel everything when it's that time of the month.
Yeah.
And I never experienced that in my 20s.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's like these next couple of years, my body's just like, bitch, where it's at? Like,
yeah. I'm ready for it. I hope that you do. I'm gonna pray for pregnancy.
Thank you.
Out of what?
You.
No, I'm just kidding. What?
You're trying to make me a baby mother.
I'm just kidding. No, I hope
a nightmare.
I hope all my friends have lots of babies. I pray for you guys all the time to do that. But no, I could definitely understand that. Let's see.
You got anything else? What about maybe dating in your 30s?
Ooh, dating in your 30s is way different than dating in your 20s. I will say that. Dating in your 30s, obviously, like, even when I was in my 20s, I was dating with intention. But I will say dating in your 30s, you have to be intentional about what you're doing so much more than your 20s.
Absolutely.
As far as like how you're spending your time, like what you're doing. I know even like when I first got on the apps, I was like scroll. Like let me just, scroll on as many people as I can. We'll see
scroll
what
as
sticks.
in pass?
No, like just in general, like scrolling and then seeing like how many people I did accept.
Gotcha.
It was more like a numbers game, and I was just like, and I had to realize like that's not what's up. Like that's not you're not gonna build any genuine connections like that. And I was having so many people that I was having so what's your favorite color? So what do you like to do for fun? God. So where are you from?
We can find that out.
Yeah.
On the honeymoon.
Okay, we didn't say that. But no, just having all these surface level connections with everyone. And I know in my 30s, I just was like, okay, that's not what I want. Like, I don't want to have all these surface level. Same with friendships. Like, I don't want these surface level friendships. I don't want these surface level dating connections. So I will say just being a lot more intentional, and then you can kind of see right away, like a man that's more intentional too in your 30s, because
what does an intentional man look like to Asia Carpenter?
My man.
And where he at?
Oh, he's at work being intentional.
Okay, he at work.
No, I feel you. But no, it just looks like someone who's prioritizing you. They have their head on straight. They have their goals in order. They know what they want. They're not going to compromise that. They actually go after you in an intentional manner, show you that they're not playing any games, and they're fine.
Now, I do have a follow-up question, because what's the difference between just a good man that's consistent versus an intentional man that genuinely likes you?
So I think that you can see if somebody is just being consistent to be consistent and there's no like genuine connection there. But I think that you feel like when someone likes you and it's special with you, that's why I like to ask, like, when was your last relationship? Like, how did it end? Because there are those people who are like that with everybody.
Yeah.
And if everybody can have it, I don't want it. So that's a big thing too. You have to kind of track like how they were in the past. And of course, like you only have their side of the story. But I mean, if this man has had like 5 deep relationships and deep connections, like, no, you're probably just going to be another check mark. So.
Another just like, oh, okay, we're cool. We do like each other. But like, what are we really doing? Like, where's the true connection?
Yeah. What are some signs that you see when a man is trying to be intentional?
Consistency, but with a purpose. So again, I do think sometimes if maybe you're new to dating or you haven't had that much experience, an intentional man could maybe look like a consistent man to you, but I think an intentional man has that same consistency, but the purpose is generally getting to know you with the hopes of getting into a relationship or something more.
Okay.
So I think like you can compare those things, like, oh, the consistent man, dang, he's planning these dates. Or, oh, okay, like he generally calls me once a day, boom, boom, boom. Okay, cute. The intentional man is asking those in-depth questions on that date, doing the same planning, but actually also trying to bring you into his world while also trying to get into your world. The consistent man is probably just like, oh, we're going to go here, meet me, boom. Oh, we're going to da-da-da. Okay,
yeah.
Like, what do you know about me?
Or
what can I know about you? Like, those worlds are already starting to get integrated, like, early on in dating.
So how do you differentiate that between somebody who's love bombing?
I unfortunately have experience with that.
Oh, you do.
I would say the difference between intentional and love bombing is the intentional man is going to go at your pace.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he's going to move the needle along, push things further, but it's not going to seem expeditiously fast. I was trying to be like T.I. It's not going to seem really fast. You will have second guesses with the love bomber, but then like maybe in a vain way, you think, well, who wouldn't fall in love with me in 2 weeks? Like,
no, I think that love bombers I can spot so easily, and
really?
They get on my nerves.
What is a love bomber? Like, what do you really look at to where you clock that and you're like, that nigga's love bombing?
So with me, I feel like I am a little bit slower to move.
Okay.
And if you're like trying to constantly push the boundaries with me, it's going to irritate me, and I'm going to be like, oh, you're trying to love bomb me. Like, you don't want a relationship with me, you just want a relationship. Yeah. So many like first dates that I went on, and people were like, oh yeah, you're perfect. Like, we're going to get married, da da da.
Whoa.
You don't know me.
Speaking in the future tense, mad early
Yes.
is a love bomber.
That's the number one way to not hear anything from me ever again.
Absolutely.
But the second thing is just like, so integrating is important, don't get me wrong, but trying to integrate too early, like, remember that one guy who was mad because I didn't invite him to that concert I went to by myself?
Yeah.
And he was like, we could have went together. And I was like, you don't even like this person.
Or I've had people try to go to church with me. What?
No.
Church is really into me.
Or
you go to your church, I'll go to my church. But
or
like,
people try to invite themselves to the studio or
yes,
like the studio events.
Yes, no.
Absolutely
no.
not. That is my family.
That's
You are
too
not
much.
invited. Like,
that's too much.
no, that is some like a surefire way to just like, even my man now, like, it was like a good year before he.
I didn't see him pop up at the Vine in a minute.
No, it was so long.
Yeah, it
and
took a minute.
Yeah, I'm like, no, you need to be patient. You know, you need to like, you know, and I think that them not trying to move too fast, because at the same time, if you know you're going to be with somebody, like, what is the rush?
You ate that.
What is the rush? Like, calm it down, baby.
Yes.
Slow down.
Yes.
So I think with me, that kind of helps out. But yeah, the love bombing is a sure way to cut. Yeah.
Now, I think we always, I'm going to cut the males some slack because in our listener letter, actually, we found out we have some male listeners. Give me a second.
Keep
Give
listening.
me a second. We always talk about male love bombers. What does a female women love bomber look like?
Okay.
Because we be, not we, but like we be doing that too.
We do be doing that.
So.
And I can speak to this because I have had a friend tell me verbatim, don't make this man fall in love with you. It's easy. No, I think I'm just naturally very like caring and motherly when I really like someone. So it's hard for me. Like, I've even had to take a step back. Like, don't do this for this person. Don't, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that can be almost a woman's form of love bombing. Like, cooking too soon, like taking care of them, making sure they're good all the time, like making sure they're always on your radar. Like, this is a grown man. Like, he can make sure he's good on his own.
He should be fine.
And that can be like looked at as love bombing because you know that's what men want and that's what like they value. So kind of like being a little bit too heavy on that in the beginning.
So basically, like, having pick-me tendencies and performing for a guy could lead. Well, the girl is love bombing, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I agree.
It could be for sure. So, what else do you think you have learned in your 30s?
To tie things up, I would honestly say in my 30s more so than ever that intuition is strong. And again, that we can relate that to so many different things, but I've really been feeling it these last two years. And it's 9 times out of 10 right. Yeah. And you when you don't listen to it, you get an L on your face, you get egg on your face. So it's like more so I've really been learning to listen, trust my gut, trust my instincts, listen to the intuition, and it's been even more loud since turning 30.
Yeah. I will say the slow connections, the listening to intentions, the intuition, it all has kind of heightened in my 30s. So I agree with that. Definitely intuition is top tier with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so moving on to our listener letter. Okay. This is, let me not say his name.
It's a man, though.
It's a man. This is a man, our first male listener letter.
We love that.
Welcome, King Ho. So,
King Ho.
It's been a long week, y'all. He's 32 years old. Here we go. Sir, I'm writing because I feel like no one really talks about what happens when your best friend gets married and you're still very much in the same season you were before the wedding. My best friend and I have been tight.
Did we do this one already?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Did I just pre-read it already?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gosh. Okay, scratch that.
Sorry.
Starting. This is a male, 32. I'm writing because I feel like no one really talks about what happens when your best friend gets married and you're still very much in the same season you were in before the wedding. My best friend and I have been tight since college. Same routines, same inside jokes, same pull-up whenever energy. Then he got married and I swear shit was different instantly. Not bad, just different. Suddenly, everything needs a calendar invite. I'm no longer the first call, more like the fourth. And when we do hang out, I feel myself just trying to change what I say. Like, I don't want to cross some invisible boundary that I've never agreed to. What messes with me the most is I am happy for him. Truly, his wife is great. Their relationship seems solid, but I also feel like I lost my homie a little, and I don't know where that leaves me. Am I supposed to just accept that this is how friendships go, or is it okay to grieve a version of a relationship that technically still exists? We'll love your thoughts, because right now I feel stuck between supportive and feeling low-key replaced. Sir, I will say, I did not know a lot of guys feel like that. Yeah. I know girls feel like that. I know ladies that get married, ladies that have babies, they often feel like their friendships change. Mm-hmm. And I know that the same can be applied to the person that is not married or doesn't have the baby. So I didn't know that guys go through this as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely sad. I definitely understand that feeling. I think, to be a little bit blunt, like, you are being replaced. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with mourning that and, like, realizing that. I think it's similar to when, in the Bible. Oh. It says, a man leaves his family and clings to his wife. But, like, same thing. Like, a man is going to leave that friendship or, bromance, whatever, and kind of cling to his wife, because that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. So I think it's okay to feel sad about how things were. What I do think you have to realize is things don't have to end. They're just going to look a little bit differently. It's kind of like when you move out from your parents' house. Like, that relationship is not ending. It's just looking differently because you're an adult now. So I think you have to realize that they're still your friends. It's just a different phase of life. You might not call them at 11 p.m. You might not hang out with them like late nights all the time. But there's still very much a space for that friendship with married people as well. So I have friends that are married with children, and I have friends that are single. So I think it's just about realizing the boundaries and appreciating a friendship for where it's at in the moment.
And I know, like, just giving you like some tangible examples, you mentioned like, damn, like now everything has to have a calendar invite. Well, I don't know if he's a dad, but like maybe he's a father, or maybe they're trying for kids. Mm-hmm. There's just so, like, he has to account for his wife's schedule, his schedule, both of their work schedules. There's a lot. So I think a calendar invite is more so for himself, not you, not to be like, oh, like, let me make sure this boy shows up, da-da-da. So that's just like his new way of life. And I do think that it means that he cares. Like, he doesn't want to forget about y'all going to the sports bar or y'all going to LA Fitness, playing up some hoops. And then I would also just, in the most healthiest way, try to find more single friends, try to find more friends that are in a similar boat as you, not replacing your, best friend that's married now, but also still being like, okay, we've got our new version of our relationship. Let me find something else to where people are on my level and I can connect with them on a similarity vibe.
Agreed. Definitely agree. But yeah, don't be sad about it.
Don't be sad.
Appreciate that, because, you have to think about if you were in that position, you obviously are going to be with your wife more than you're going to be with your friends. Mm-hmm. And also, calendars are cool. So
I like a calendar invite.
I like a little calendar invite.
Absolutely.
I love a little, what are you doing 2 Thursdays from now?
Yes. I love that. Actually, I have a calendar invite with a friend. We're going to Bark ATL, or is it Skip Town? I don't know, but it's one of those little dog parks where you can drink, you can work remotely, all this stuff. So Benny's got a play date.
Period, Benny. Benny's got a social life.
More than me.
All right. Well, if you have a question, you can send your questions into therehearsalperiod@gmail.com.
All right. What's next?
That's it.
That's the end of the episode, right?
That's the end of the episode. Great episode, you guys. Of course, thank you so much for supporting us. If you love us, you will like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Please. Make sure you turn your post notifications on.
Please.
And you can find us at The Rehearsal Period on all social platforms. You can find me at Asia Carp.
You can find me at Shanice J or The Work Lab.
Or Divine Dance ATL.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys have a great day and a successful week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.